Now we have here few questions you having doubt. First, let me discuss quickly the questions one by one, and I will go for telling you the answer, and I'll tell you the simple reason behind the right answer. I'll not completely solve. Okay, here. Coming down to the first one, here, root 10 minus root 15 into root 10 plus root 15. A plus B into A minus B form. You know, here we will be using first chapter knowledge to solve this. Here, the right answer, root 10 into root, it is A square minus B square, which root 10 whole square is 10, minus root 15 whole square is 15, 10 minus 15 is minus 5 is the right answer. D is the right answer. Next, ordinate. Ordinate is y coordinate. Any point lying on x-axis, you know, on x-axis, any point lying on will have its y coordinate 0. So that is the reason why equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Ordinate of all points lying on x-axis will be a equals to 0. Next question number third, 32 to power the 2 power 5, 32 to the power 2 by 5, where 32 is written as 2 power 5 whole power 2 by 5. Now you know how to simplify this, a power m whole power n formula. So it becomes 2 power 5 into 2 by 5, where 5 into 2 by 5 is 5 cancels and 2
4.
alone there. So 2 square,
4.
4 is the right answer. Then the point at which the two coordinates meet, two coordinates, x coordinate, y coordinate, x axis, y axis. It's two coordinate axes. Both are called plurally axis, x axis, y axis, axis, coordinate axis. So they both meet at origin O, and the value of 0.4777 and so on. It is, I have already said, a shortcut 47. The number as it is written minus what are not repeating by.
Sir, two coordinates axis meet at ordinate,
Sorry,
sir.
not ordinate, it is origin. I said origin and I have ticked wrongly, correct? I said origin and I ticked there wrongly. Yeah, so origin. So 47 minus 4, here there is only one digit repeating. We say uh, it is called, there is a name, period and periodicity. Here periodicity is 1, and that 7 is the one which is not, which is repeating. So for that 9 we will have, and after decimal point a digit which is not repeating will give 0. Shortcut I said it is 43 by 90 is the right answer. Okay, and you know how to do it long procedure wise also. So coming down to the question number 6, perpendicular distance of a point to y-axis is x coordinate. X coordinate will be the perpendicular distance. So here right answer is 3. Then y coordinate of a point is 0. Then if y coordinate of any point is 0, then it lies on x-axis. It is one way. The question number 2 is in a reverse way asked. So when y coordinate is 0, the point lies on x-axis. Next question number 8. The sides of a triangle 122, 22, 120 respectively, the area of triangle. See children, here you have using the Heron's formula. to find the area of a triangle when all three sides are given. You know how to use Heron's formula. Okay, use the Heron's formula and find. Here S is the semi-perimeter. So 122 plus 22 is 144. 144 plus 120 is 264, and 264 divided by 2 is 132. This is semi-perimeter. Now, you know the formula, root under S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So, root under 132, 132 minus 122 is 10, 132 minus 22 is 110 into 132 minus 120 is 12. You know how to simplify root under this value. If you do it, you will get 1320 square meter. The right option is A. Then coming to the question number 9, the edges of a triangular board. Triangular board, here they gave has 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter and 10 centimeter as the sides. Again Heron's formula, and the cost of painting it at the rate of 9 paise per centimeter square. First you have to find the area, then multiply by 9 paise to get the cost of painting. See, there is a specialty to this triangle. Instead of using Heron's formula, I'll straight away go for using that specialty. What is the specialty?
Pythagorean triplet.
Yes, it is a right-angled triangle because of its Pythagorean triplet can be formed from the ratio of the sides. From the ratio of sides, 3:4:5 says it is a right-angled triangle. So, in a right-angled triangle, whenever I have the sides known easily, these perpendicular sides, or any two sides known, we can find the other side and find area easily. Area of a right angle triangle is the product of half of the product of the perpendicular legs. What are the perpendicular legs? One is the base, another is the height. So this base into height, base here you can say 8 centimeter, height here you can say 6 centimeter, and longest is always hypotenuse, it is 10 centimeter. So half into 6 into 8, this product gives you 24 centimeter square. And now if you multiply by 9, you will get the cost of painting as rupees 2, rupees 16 paise. So this is how we can easily do instead of using Heron's formula. Next, try to observe, is there any specialty to this three sides? Again, are they forming any right angle triangle or not? So 6 3s are 6 4s are 6 5s are. Again 3:4:5. It is again a right angled triangle. So whenever we have got a right angled triangle, we have right angled triangle giving us the easily finding. So okay, yeah. Then let me come back. Yeah, 3:4:5. So we have right angle triangle and it's easy to find the area. Area of this triangle, here I have 18, 24, 30. Here is the perpendicular angle, and one way the shortest side is 18 and its altitude is 24 meter. So here 24 meter are there in these two, and so answer must be A, B or D. And area, if I want to find out, half into 18 into 24. So 18 into 24, half, 18 cancels with this 2. So 24 nines are is 216. So this is the right answer. A is the right answer. They asked us to find the area and altitude corresponding to the shortest side. Shortest side is 18 and its corresponding altitude is 24. So this is how we find the area and as well as altitude. Next, 11th question. If the area of an equilateral triangle, they said area of an equilateral triangle. So area of an equilateral triangle is found using the formula root 3 by 4 side square, which is equals to the 16 times of root 3. Root 3 cancels. Now this denominator 4 goes that side. So side square equals to 16 into 4 and side is root under 16 into root under 4. Root under 16 is 4 and root under 4 is 2. So side is 8. When 8 is the side, perimeter they want 8 3 times 24 centimeter is the, we have the perimeter of that equilateral triangle. So next, moving on to the question number 12, the sides of a triangle are 56, 60, 52 centimeters. Find the area. Is this is any special? Is it is forming any Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras triplet? That question comes. Okay. So when we are not able to do it, go ahead with the semi-perimeter. That's it. Semi-perimeter, you know, semi-perimeter is sum of the sides by 2. Here, I hope you can find, right? Are you able to understand, children? I'm not getting your responses.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Here, the right answer, if you find out, it is 1,344 square centimeter. Then 13th question. If you have doubt, I'll discuss. Otherwise, you know how to find Heron's formula. Using it, you find. So question number 13 is very simple. 2 root 3 added to root 3. 2 root 3 added to root 3, it is 3 root 3. Okay. Many have gone wrong. 2 root 6 they said. It is wrong. 2 root 6 is wrong. It is 3 root 3. It is like root 3 is something which cannot be simplified. It's just like one variable. That's it. Just like x, some variable. Now it is 2x plus x. 2x plus x is 3x. So that's how it is 3 root 3. Okay. So remember, it is not 2 root 6, it is 3 root 3. Next, a rational number between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. You know how to find it. This you have learned in class 7th as well as 8th. Okay. We must have the denominator same to compare or to arrange either in ascending order or descending order. Unless until we get like fractions with the same denominator. We cannot compare them, or we cannot do addition of them or subtraction of them, or we cannot even arrange them. Here also, if you want to find out the number between them, you need like. 3 by 5 and 4 by 5 both are like, but there is no gap between them as such. Now we will make it little bigger, that like fraction with the denominator bigger than 5 or multiple of 5. So the moment I take multiple of 5s, so 3 by 5 converted to the denominator 10, if I do so, it becomes 6 by 10. Similarly, 4 by 5, if I bring it to the denominator 10, it becomes 8 by 10. So now there is a gap between 6 and 8. 7 by 10 is the number between them. So this way, multiples of 5 is taken and brought to the bigger denominator, but provided with the same denominator. So that's why LCM of these two will take, LCM of denominators will take, and take that multiples of that LCM. You know the procedure. Okay. Simple. So here right answer is 7 by 10. Next, question number 15. Every irrational number is a real number. Every irrational number is a real number. Okay, some children went wrong, but remember, it's a real number divided into rational, irrational. So every irrational is a real number. Every irrational cannot be whole or natural or integer. Next, arrange. This I told thirds are compared with the index having same. Index of them must be same. Here 2 is the index, 4 is the index, 12 is the index. I must bring it to the same index. So if I want to bring it them into the same index, then I must take LCM of those indices. Indices is a plural of index. So LCM of those indices is 12. 2, 4, 12 LCM is 12. So 2 root 3 is written as 2, not 2 root 3, it is root 3. Okay, square root 3. Okay, square root 3 is written as 12th root of 3 power 6. How I wrote this technique I told. 2 6 times becomes 12. So 3 also should be raised to the power 6. And I have explained with the help of powers. Okay, exponents thing. This index root 2 means it is 3 power 1 by 2. Now I am writing 3 power 1 by 2 with the denominator 12. So this half I have got equivalent fraction with the denominator. So 3 by 5 with the denominator 10 when I want, I will multiply numerator also by 2. So since 5 is multiplied by 2. Same way, when 1 by 2 is written with the denominator 12, that means this denominator is multiplied by 6. 2 is multiplied by 6 gives 12. So numerator also should be multiplied by 6. So it is 6 by 12. Same way, this is 6 by 12 comes. So 3 power 1 by 2 is equal to 3 power 6 by 12. So 1 by 2's equivalent fraction is taken 6 by 12. Now that 6 by 12, it is written as 3 power 6 whole power 1 by 12. This whole power 1 by 12 is returned back to the radical form, 12th root of 3 power 6. Any doubt, children? Have you understood this? Put a thumbs up if you have understood. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we have got 12th root of 3 power 6, where you know how to expand 12th root of 3 power 6. 3 power 6 is 3 multiplied by itself for 6 times. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3s are so on. Okay, you have with such a big number, it gives you root under 9 9s are 81, 81 9s are 7, 29. Am I right? 729.
Yes, sir.
Now, fourth root of 6 also to be written to the 12th root. Now tell me, 6 is raised to the what power?
Please.
3. So 12th root of 6 cube is 6 6 are 36, 36 6 are 200 and
216.
very good, 216. Now already this 12th root 3 is there. There is no need of again raising it or changing its index. Now compare which is biggest, which is smallest, which is
Option
ascending order.
C, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Option
It
C.
will come.
Perfect. So
C, sir.
arranging them in ascending order, smallest, next little bigger, and biggest. So C is the right option. Okay. See, this technique of writing is very, very, very important thing which you must know. How comparison between surds is done. If you want to compare any surds, index of the surds must be same. That's the first part. Okay, that you have to keep it in mind. Bringing them into the same index. That procedure you must know. Then it becomes easy. Multiplication, add. Whenever you are doing multiplication, division between surds also must be brought to the same index. Okay. Any two surds operation, either comparison or arithmetical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, done when they are with the same index. Okay. So this is little bit the higher version of class 9th content. Okay. But essential for class 11th. Then moving on to the question number 17th, 22 by 7 is a very pure rational number. It's not an irrational number, though it is considered as pi value. It's approximation.
pi is a rational number.
चंद्रू वही तो मैं बता रहा हूँ. Though pi value is considered as 22 by 7, but it is not exact value. Pi is an irrational number approximately equated to 22 by 7. Okay. Some mathematicians have used root 10 as the pi value. Some mathematicians have used 22 by 7 and some other have found different values with the different fractional values. It's approximately equated, not exact. So 22 by 7, since it is written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equals to 0, that definition itself tells it's a rational number, pure rational number it is. Is it clear, Chandru? Okay. It's approximately equated to pi, not the exact value of pi. Yeah. Then, you know, Heron's formula, they're asking in 18th question, right answer is C. Okay. You know why rest of them are not correct also. Next, graph of y equals to 6 is always parallel to x-axis at a distance 6 units. Right answer is A. Whenever y equals to some number comes, it's a parallel to x-axis. Next, 20th question, 2, 0 is a solution of this linear equation 2x plus 3y equals to k. 2, 0, substitute there, k value becomes 4. So 2 into 2, 4, 3 into 0, 0, 4 plus 0 is 4, k is equals to 4. Okay, this is a very, what you can say, simple question. Question number 21, how many linear equations in x and y can be satisfied when x is 1 and y equals to 2? Infinitely many line equations can be produced. Why? Because infinitely many lines passes through the point 1, 2. X equals to 1 and y equals to 2 means 1, 2 is a point. He is asking how many lines will pass through this point. Infinitely many lines pass through, and for each and every line there is a one corresponding linear equation. Okay, any doubt? I hope
Not,
it is
sir.
clear, children. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then moving on to the question number 22nd. The point of the form a comma minus a always lies. This I have discussed many a times.
Yes, sir. D option.
D is the right option. It is not x equals to a, not y equals to minus a. It is not x equals to y. Okay, that's x plus y equals to 0. Sum of them is 0. Okay, next question number 23rd. It's a repetition. This is what children said. Okay, right answer already you know. Sorry. 24th. The positive solutions of this equation lies in first quadrant. Positive solutions means x value positive, y value positive. Y value, x value positive only in first quadrant. Next, question number 25. The class mark of the class mark is always average between UL and LL. upper limit and lower limit. Average 130 plus 150 by 2 is 140. C is the right option. Next, range. Range, smallest and biggest. So smallest and biggest, 32 is the biggest, smallest 6, their difference is 26. That is the range. Okay. Then question number 27. Width. This is a very tricky question. Okay, simple but tricky. Width of each 5 continuous class intervals in a frequency distribution is 5. That means the class sizes are same. Width or class size, both is same. So class sizes of how many? 5 continuous class intervals. Continuous class intervals is 5. Okay, lowest of the lower class limit. That means it starts from the 10. 10, 15, 15, 20. Why? Because class size is 5. 20, 25, 25, 30, 30, 35. These are the 5 continuous class intervals with the class size 5. Same class size 5. He is asking upper class limit of the highest class. Upper limit of the highest class interval is 35. Understood? Simple question but tricky. Only you need to correctly understand phrases, sentences, English sentences. Theoretically, when you are strong, and language, if you are able to analyze correctly, your answer will be definitely correct. Next, question number 28 is also tricky, little same way, 27 type. The class mark of a frequency distributions are given 15, 20, 25. They are not class in their class marks, which are average of UL and upper limit and lower limits. Average are given. Class marks, we say excise, they are excise. The class corresponding to the class mark 20. Class mark 20. See, average of this 17.5, 12.5 is, if you do, it becomes 15. Average of this is also 20. Average of this is also 20. Average of this is also 20. So option B, C, D, anyone. But watch the class marks difference. The class marks difference tells class size also. Here class size is 5 now. Likewise, class marks difference also gives class size. So class size must be 5. Here difference between the upper limit or lower limit is 5, but difference between this is 3. Difference between these two is 1. So this won't suit. Are you getting what I said, children? Any doubt? The upper limit and lower limit difference. How you got class size? That class size will be there between the same class marks also. If you take class marks of this class intervals, here 12 and a half, 17 and a half, 22 and a half, between this 25, 30 is 27 and a half, 32 and a half. You watch the class marks difference. 12 and a half, 17 and a half is 5 only. 17 and a half, 12 and a half difference is 5 only. This class sizes will be same between class marks also. So you have to observe that. It is 17.5 to 22.5. Their average is 20 and their class size is 5. So that's how it is right answer. Question number 29. Question number 29 is a calculating or using tally marks or counting. Okay. Between 25 and 250 and 270, how many numbers will come amongst this? Including 250, excluding 270. Okay, excluding 270. It's a continuous class intervals. So amongst this, 268 comes, 258 comes, 2 258 comes. Okay. Now, anything else? Tell me. Anything else will come? Did I count correctly? 268, 258.
Yes, sir.
A grouped frequency table with class intervals of equal size using okay.
Sir,
Add
they
one to the
asked for
following.
310 to
Oh,
330.
I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry.
From 310 to 330, sir.
Yes. I went. I was watching this and I did it wrong. Okay. Now I'll go for where they are asking the frequency of the class interval 310 to 330. Okay. 310. 310 includes tally mark comes. 310 includes. 320 includes. 319 includes. 318 includes. Next, 330 won't come. 316 includes. Anything else? Only these six? One,
sir.
2, 3, 4,
Yes, sir.
5, 6. 6 is the right answer. Understood? This is how we
Yes,
do
sir.
it. Then 30th question, we'll discuss up to 30th question today and we will take a leave for today. Tomorrow we will discuss rest of the questions. Okay, and we'll go for tomorrow probably the statistics leftover concepts. We'll finish it. So to draw a histogram to represent the following frequency distribution, the adjusted frequency for the class interval 25 to 45. Here, you know, we have different class sizes. Class size is 5, 5, 10, 20, and 30 is the class size. Amongst them, smallest is 5. So I have to adjust to 5, smallest. And they are asking to look for this one. So when 5 class size has the frequency 6, okay, and for the class size 28 to be brought to this size. This is the ideal size. So how to do? We have to bring it. This, see, class size decides the size of the width of the bar. Now this 6 frequency distributes tells us height. So for the 5 class width, 6 centimeter is the height. Now I have got a width increased to 20. So class height frequency should be reduced now. Why? Because here width has increased to 20 and proportionate. It must be proportionately increasing. So we make that 8 into how many times? 5, 4 times increase means we have to divide it by 4. How that 4 comes? So
Sir,
divide.
there are 4 times of 5, sir.
Yes. Here 4 times of 5 is increase the width. The 5 increased to 4 times. So height should reduce to 4 times. Understood? That way. So here one another way, 8 divided by 20 into 5. It's a unitary method. So 5 chocolates, 6, and for 20 chocolates, how much it is? So 8 divided by 20 into 5. 8 was the varieties cost. That varieties cost must be bring it to 5 chocolates only. We should compare by taking to the equal number of chocolates. Okay, one variety 5 chocolates 6 rupees. Another variety 20 chocolates 8 rupees. But I must compare means bring it to 5 number of chocolates. So 8 chocolates will be now, the 20 chocolates costing 8 will be brought to 5 chocolates by reducing. So 8 by 20 into 5. So it gives, so that 5 chocolates cost only 2 rupees. Only 2 rupees. Whereas this variety is very quality one. 5 chocolates 6 rupees. Whereas another variety 5 chocolates 2 rupees only. Cheaper one. Like that. So height reduced. Height reduced to 2. So right answer is D. Okay. Now rest of the questions 31st to 50th question we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Till then take care of yourself.